I welcome Dr. Doreen is ma'am. She is the Director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. She received her B.Tech in Information Technology from Madras University, Chennai, ME in Computer Science Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, and Ph.D. in Computer Science Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include parallel and distributed computing, P2P computing, grid
Tamilarasi, is it not audible, I think? Tamilarasi, ma'am? Tamilarasi, ma'am?
Sorry, ma'am.
Tamilarasi, ma'am, it was not audible.
Ma'am?
Yes. Now only it is hearing. Please start from, okay, start
from starting, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Start once again.
Yes, ma'am. I welcome Dr. Doreen, ma'am. She is the Director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. She received her B.Tech in Information Technology from Madras University, Chennai, ME in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, and Ph.D. in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include parallel and distributed computing, P2P computing, grid computing, cloud computing, and big data analytics. Previous positions include Professor and Head Toyota ICAM College of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Information Technology, and Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science Engineering, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Chennai. A Research Associate at the Department of Computer Science, Anna University, Chennai. Assistant Professor at the Department of Information Technology, SSN College of Engineering, Chennai. She has published about 30 papers in international and national journals and conferences. She is a life member of ISTE. She is reviewer for Computer and Electrical Engineering Journal and Future Generation Computer Science Journal. She had been the resource person for the workshop of Digital Classroom, Big Data Analytics using Hadoop, Data Science using Python, Machine Learning, Deep Learning, Cognitive Computing.
Tamilarasi, ma'am?
Now ma'am?
Okay. Okay, proceed, ma'am. Proceed.
Now I hand over the session to today's speaker, ma'am.
Ma'am, please, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for the invitation from Excel Engineering College and the entire IQAC team for having invited me to give the talk on emerging trends onto the e-learning technologies. All right. So, how many of you would like to? I think 34 people. How many of you would like to have an active session or a passive session? If you would like to have an active session, put on the chat A. If you want to have a passive session, put on the chat P. Hope my voice is audible to you. It's wonderful to meet you all, though we are in a distance place. And the technology that we are using now is one of the tremendous technology that is an example of e-learning tools. Yes? Able to hear me? You can put your answers on chat. Would you like to have an active session or a passive session? You're able to hear me? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So we have got wonderful faculties here today with me. Want to have an active session? Thank you, Saujanya, ma'am. What about others? We have 35 people. Quick answer, just one letter. You want to have an active session, which means you'd like to have an interaction towards a session, or if you'd like to have a passive session, you don't want an interaction. Here we go, quick. Because this webinars, right, this is only fair thing to have an interaction. When we are in a live session, it's different. What about others? Everybody would like to have an active session or passive session? My session always goes on asking questions. It's like I love to have an interactive session. Okay, before I think only I've got responses from one. Okay, the next question for the day before we start. Okay, it's a very, very easy question. How are you today? You can unmute and speak or put your answers on chat. How are you today? What everybody, there are many people here, almost 35 people. How are you today? Fine, thank you, Lata ma'am. Thank you, Lata ma'am. What about others? We have many staff here. Just put that one word, it is also enough. Okay, you all say, right, ma'am, we are faculties. Like, we are very good in asking questions. You are asking questions to me. Is that your answer? Or no? Thank you, Saujanya ma'am. Thank you, Muniyappan sir. Others. There are many people. Don't hesitate. Just a very simple question. How are you today? There are many people. Don't hesitate. Yes. What about others? Others, you have switched on, or still you are in connection with us? All right. As we go on to the session, I wanted to have a highly interactive session. You know most about the e-learning tools. Which day is today of wonderful day? Thank you, Arulmali, ma'am. Okay. Which day is this of your FDP? It's day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or day 4. Can one of you unmute and speak? Hello? It's day 4. Thank you, ma'am. So on to this day 4, once again, I would like to thank Excel Engineering College for having invited me to this talk. Hope you're able to see in my screen. Thank you. Saujanya ma'am is one of the most active person here. There are many people. I want everybody to answer sometime or the other. All right. So when we take classes, right, sometimes it should not happen that I'm speaking only to my computer. It is going to be an interactive session, and we are going to have a kind of different demos and different games. All right. Here we go with my session. All right. So this, you are doing it for Education 5.0. Yesterday I had a talk on to a college and industry 4.0. All right. So today and tomorrow is another talk on deep learning technologies, and day after I've got a live session for an engineering college for predictive healthcare analytics. So this is an AICTE sponsored session on the 6 days, and you're in a day 4. You have crossed 50% of it. Hybrid learning for education 5.0. All right. What are the emerging trends in e-learning? If I'm going to ask you about any e-learning tools before March 2020, some of you would have not known anything. But after March 2020, right, all of us, how many of you have experienced online classes? How many of you have experienced, have you taken online classes or listened to webinars? Yes, no? It's post lunch. So I'm not getting any interaction. Hello, everybody there. Yes, you have experience. Thank you, Lata ma'am. What about others? There are many people. There are 39 people here. I want everybody to answer. How many of you have experienced in online classes? Either teaching a class, we have most of all, thank you, Arul Malayalma, most of us, most of all the faculties. But it was something new that we have never experienced before, But this pandemic was not able to affect the academics of the students because myself, I am Dr. Doreen Robin. I don't know, some of you would have known me, some of you would have not. For some, I'm totally new. Myself and my husband, C.R. Rene Robin, okay, we both started evangelizing about this digital classroom right from 2017 around India and around South India, North India, and other parts of the world. All right, but then people were not so interested. They said, okay, digital classroom, okay, they're trying to learn, but they said, this cannot be compared with a live session. Let's learn something. But when the pandemic came, everybody, myself and my husband, with the grace of God, we have trained more than 5,000 plus faculty around the world, hands-on session, how to take online classes. The most challenging thing is that most of them weren't able to know how to even create an email, how to log into email, but no, eventually everybody, it spreaded like a fire, and most of us, we jumped into online classrooms to take classes, to have interaction with the students, to share the subject content. All right. And then today there are new trends that are coming up in the e-learning technology that some of you would have known about it, some of you it is new. Okay, as you know, I'm Doreen Robin. I'm a data scientist, keynote speaker, machine learning and deep learning trainer. I was in the engineering colleges for a decade at different designations at being a professor and HOD of a department, IT department. Right, then I started this company because the need analysis was more, the bridging between the need and what the students are being trained. Okay, then we started this company called Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. This is a Section 8 company which is registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Our main objective is research and development. We do find solutions to new problem using optimization techniques, and also we provide training for corporates, for faculty. You should have heard about student internship, but here in my organization, we provide faculty internship because some subjects, whatever we have not learned, or for the students, and all the internships are 100% hands-on. And then we have student internships. All right, where students get themselves trained, then we give them problem definition, or students, they come out with their own problem definitions and they develop and they stay with us for 6 months at my company, either through online or offline mode. All right, so now moving on to, before I move on to the e-learning session, okay, e-learning emerging trends. Okay, we are going to play a quick game. How many of you are ready? Just click raise hands on Google Meet. If you're not even, I will just check it on to the, click on raise hands. How many of you are interested to play a game? Can you click raise hands? Yes, yes. Yes, Saujanya ma'am, Muniyappan sir. What about others? I don't know, some of you are just connected and you're not responding, or you switched it on and you went up somewhere else. Let me just click a raise hand. I'm just getting it only from 2. We have Vamsi Krishnan sir, Uma Ramanan sir, Divya Bharati ma'am, Sudarshan sir, Srinivasan sir, yes, Rajkumar sir, Kavita ma'am. Okay. All right. So we are going to play a quick game now. Okay, and few of you are going to share your experience how this game is all about. Okay, so yeah, one other have raised. Let me check who's the one other. Lata ma'am, only 3 responses. Only I'm getting responses only from 3 participants. Even the organizing people also can join to this game. All right. So this game, you have to read the color of the word, but not the word. Okay, you need, if the first word is blue, you should not read it as blue, rather you should read it as red, blue, yellow, green, black, red. Okay, you need to read the color of the word but not the word from the start till the end. and again from the last to the first. From the first step, first rule is you have to read the color of the name from the start. Thank you, Ganeshagaran sir. From the start till the last, and from the first to the last, and again from last to the first, you will be given 30 seconds. Okay, this is not the real game. The next slide carries the original content that you're going to play with. Okay, so how many of you are ready? You're all ready? Yes? Yes, no? Yes? Okay. I'm moving to the next line. 30 seconds will be given to you. 30 seconds will be given to you. Let me see how are you able to read, and few of you can share your experience. How was this game? Whether you're able to complete reading all the colors from the first to the last and last to the first within 30 seconds. Here we go. Okay, we are going to start. Look onto the screen very carefully. Here we go. It started. Read the color of the word, not the word, from the first to the last, and again from last to the first. You are given 30 seconds. Okay, we are coming down, and at the end I'll give some of you can unmute your mic and share how was this experience. 3, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, it's over. Okay, how many of you tried? Can you unmute and speak? Yes, Lata ma'am, can you share your experience? How was it all about? And Vasanti ma'am, yes, you can unmute and speak.
Ma'am,
Yes, Vasanti
ma'am,
ma'am.
it's very interesting, ma'am, but it is somewhat tough to read the colors.
Okay.
From front to back, we read easy, ma'am, but from back to front, it is somewhat tough.
Tough. So what were you focusing more about?
Ma'am,
What were you focusing more about during the game?
color, ma'am.
Color, but
Color.
it was
If
little
I-
confusing.
First, we concentrate on color, not the bird, ma'am. That's the main thing, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So you enjoyed an interesting game. Thank you so much, Vasanti ma'am. A big round of applause to Vasanti ma'am. Okay, anybody you would like to share who really played the game?
Yes, ma'am. The
Yes.
same experience, ma'am.
Okay,
I
okay.
also experienced, ma'am.
Okay. So some of you say it's interesting. We focus sometimes. No. I'm reading the word. No, I should not read the word. I should read the color of the word. Thank you. Saujanya ma'am, you enjoyed. Thank you so much. So see, it needs a creative thinking is more important when you take the sessions using e-learning tools for learning and also for teaching. This game itself, what it is, we clearly define who it is for the participants, who are we communicating, because it is majorly teachers, you are generally communicating with the students, how it works, how to access it, what you need. A creative thinking is more important to use any tools on an learning platform, on the e-learning platform, even in teaching, what it is for, who it is for, who are we communicating, how it works, how to access, what you need, why, how and what is more important. How many of you feel happy that you are a faculty in a college? You're in a teaching profession. If you're feeling happy that you're into teaching profession, type Y onto the chat. Is somebody unmuted your mic? Yes, Lata ma'am. Thank you, Pradeep sir. And thank you, Saujanya ma'am. You all feel happy, right? Being a professor, teaching students every year, new set of, thank you, Denmali ma'am. Every semester, new set of students, new type of experiences with a different set of students, right? So how and what should be always happening every semester. Students are the same or not the same, even we are going to teach the same concept. Okay, even if you're going to handle with the right attitude, most situations are winnable, even the ones that at first may seem impossible. When I told you the color, you thought some of you would have thought color only, right? It's easy, let me start trying it. But when you started reading it, it's interesting, but somewhere it is confusing, right? We think, right, somewhere it is confusing. So with the right attitude, most situations are winnable, even the ones that at first may seem impossible. All right. So sometimes we thought it's a lockdown, how we'll be able to handle sessions, but still everybody who came out of comfort zones tried to learn something new technologies, and we tried. So this pandemic was not able to affect the academics of the students of the because each of you have tried your own comfort level of different e-learning tools. All right, different e-learning tools. After a few slides, I will be asking a question. What are the e-learning tools that you have experienced it? I wish you will be able to answer it. All right. What a teacher is more important than what he teaches. As your teachers, you can think it is not related to e-learning. I always share this by Carmen there. Okay. How a teacher is. What is the character of a teacher? Sometimes if you come late to a college or late, and when we ask some students why they are late, no. What a teacher, how a teacher is more important than what he teaches. All right. So I love this quote and always share it whenever I come for FTP or sharing it with teachers. Okay, when you take e-learning, okay, there are different words. It's a word cloud, right? What you see ebooks, we use ebooks. We have been using ebooks even before a pandemic. Now we started with online classes, taking classes, evaluation online, preparing of digital materials, critical thinking. We were seeing about, right? Critical thinking, all right. So progressing, what are the e-learning tools that you have experienced to take your online classes or any other tools, whatever you have experienced? E-learning teaching tools. Yes, every day you see learning. Remove the E, then it is learning every day. As a teacher, we need to learn. What are the tools that you have used for your online classes or the e-learning tools that you've experienced? Google Meet, we are experiencing right now here. Zoom, thank you. Blackboard, thank you. About others, everybody. Once only if you answer, we know that you're connected with the webinar. Otherwise, I pre-assume you started the webinar and then you're not connected with us. Yeah, Microsoft Team, Google Meet, Zoom. All these were new genres, but nowadays you are able to do everything. Thank you, Tenmari ma'am. What about others? What are the other tools? I think you have used even more tools to teach for e-learning tools for your teaching learning process. Teams, thank you, Vasanti ma'am. Teams, Google Meet. All right. How many of you Zoom for taking classes? How many of you used Google Classroom? Have you used Google Classroom? Thank you, Vasanti ma'am. I started and you answered it. Thank you, Krishnamurthy sir. Thank you. Blackboard software, yes. Google Classroom. See, these things was very new for us, but now you are all become experts. Okay, you are all become experts. All right. So it needs an internet. E-learning, in short, I can define it: learning facilitated by technology. Learning facilitated by technology. Listen to the talk very carefully. At the end of it, we are going to play a game, a live quiz, wherein we are going to see who will be the winner for today's session. All right, who will be the winner on today's session? There are simple multiple choice question. Hope everybody will be the winner. It is an automated tool where it finds and it evaluates the correct answers and who has answered it fast. Some of you would have experienced the tool. For some, it could be new too. It could be new too. Okay. So learning facilitated by technology is e-learning, and different e-learning tools are there. Efficient way of delivering courses as the resources are available everywhere, anytime, everywhere we have resources. How are we going to use, what are the, though we use, what are the tools, how are we going to access the tools is more important. Students, they interact with their peers all around the world through group discussion, private chats. Okay, the study materials can be accessed number of times. Sometimes you write on the board, it is wiped off, but here onto the e-learning platform, it is permanently there. It's used to introduce abstract concepts, wherein you can use an image where that or a video when you take classes. How many of you play video when you take classes? How many of you play some videos to make the students, not a video for 30 hours or for 30 minutes, yeah, just 5 minutes. What is the minimum time that you can play a video on an online session? What could be the minimum duration? I could define it should be less than 5. It should be less than 5. Then from the video you can ask questions. 3 to 5 minutes, exactly right, Saujanya ma'am. All right, that is where it's more important, because sometimes even though the video is so good, if you're going to play it for 20 minutes, nobody's going to listen. Okay, less than 5 minutes. It is for industrial technical input through videos, teaching aided resources. You can have hands-on advanced technological tools. We are going to experience few tools today. Okay, targeting multiple intelligence, not only one intelligence that we use it in our live classroom. Here you can use multiple intelligence. Increases the teacher's effectiveness face to face. I would like some of you could open up your cameras during the session. Okay, I always switch on my cameras for all the session, and some of you, if it is okay with you, kindly switch on your cameras. That will give us a face-to-face interaction. All right, and for FA assessment, right? The FA is formative assessments, improves the productivity on classes, the real-time learning, innovation teaching learning procedures. So these are some of, yeah, and some of it you are experiencing it. All right, benefits, you know what are the benefits? It boosts the productivity, timely feedback, and personalized learning process, easy to access, convenience, and flexi. It's very convenient. I'm sitting in Chennai, you are in the Komarapalayam or into different places, and improves the retention. Or some known tools that, you know, some of you have told about Google Classroom, the Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Team. How many of you have used Google Slides to teach? One such what I'm sharing is Google Slides. How many of you have used Google Slides? Do you know it, yes or no? Or I can start from Google Slides. The reason behind having a Google slide, not yet, ma'am. Okay, others, no. Okay, I'll just start with the Google slide. It's a very, very effective tool. It's a very effective tool. All right, why? Because here using this Google slide, now I'm going to involve everybody to access the slide, and you can share some of your things. Okay, share some of your content of your own research interest or what subject you're going to handle today. All right. Okay, I will share my screen. So can you see my screen where it carries? Okay, your Gmail. Everybody, you are using Gmail. You need to click on the 9 dots here. Can you see? Click on the 9 dots. I will click it on and share it. Can you see here slides? Can you see here slides? So when you click on the slide, it opens. This page opens. It's Google Slides. Some of you have used, yes. Okay. So I generally use Google Slides because sometimes I love to have presentation. There are different galleries that you can take it out from templates. Okay, if you're going to teach any content, they've got the predefined things wherein you can use it. For today, I'm going to click a blank slide. There are different themes available here. Can you see here themes? We can select the themes of what we need to have. The difference, you can ask, ma'am, the same thing as PowerPoint, ma'am. I'm using PowerPoint. What is the difference between PowerPoint and here is that here you'll be able to here you will be able to interact with people, and others also will be, if you want to give a group discussion, if you want students to work on the time parallelly with each other, okay, then we can use these things. Okay, you can share it. Okay, so just then I'm just taking into a new theme. Once a new theme is got, I am going to rename the file as Excel Google slide demo. All right, so demo. So as we have, your first is your title slide. This is the demo. How you type the same thing, you can type it here. Once I click here, I get the next slide. And here, see if I want to, this is a demo. Okay. So this is a title slide, and how you type, you can type it. Here I can insert, the easier way is to insert. I can search from web here itself. I can click on insert, and if I want to give something like e-learning, okay, you can just select if I want to use an image for e-learning. Okay, how it has been taking, or some images if I want to use it for my slide. All right, I can just click it on, and can you see here insert? I could insert it. You need not go to Google, you need not search. Okay, so this is one of the model of Kant's people, process, and product. All right, and the next most easier way is that you can also insert videos into the Google slide. I'll click on the next slide. The next slide opens, insert. I am going to go into video. Click on video. I can search. See, I'm going to search my name, Doreen Robin webinar. I've got a lot of webinars been taken. Okay, so 100 minutes, 60 minutes. Okay, something, if I want to take this session, I can click on, and it gets inserted here. You need not copy the URL directly. You can play the video from this place. I don't know how many of you have experienced this. Okay. So just like that, I can search. If you have an URL, you can go copy and paste the URL, and also you can paste it. Insert. You can insert an audio file. You can insert a video file. You can also insert images. Say, for example, if I want to have something using an URL, then you need to go to YouTube, search for a URL, and then we can copy those URLs, and then you can paste it here. See, there is something called, I'm just going into this. I'm not going to play. You can copy the URL. See, copy video URL. I can copy the video URL. And then I'm coming to the slides. And herein, I can paste it. And then once I paste, I'll get the same video here. It will get loaded here. You can see whether it is the same thing. Then select, click it on, and then you get the select, and then it gets inserted. Okay, and it gets inserted. So here I can play all my videos right from this place itself, right from this place itself. It will not take me to YouTube. This is one of a very efficient e-learning tool. Okay, now I'm going to share this link onto your Google Meet chat. Okay, you can start inserting other slides and start typing something, or you want to insert an image or video, you can try it out. I'm going to give an editor option, and anyone with this link. Okay, copy it. I'm copying the link. I'm going to Meet. All right, I'm pasting it here. Now everybody, you are using a mobiles or laptops, I don't know, can click on the link I've given. You can click on the link that I've given, and I can see here when people are joining here. I can see here. You can open a new slide, any slide. Yeah, one of you have joined. Yes, two of you have joined. Try to go into some other slides, and you would like to insert an image or a chart or a video, or just you want to type and explore. Four of you have joined in. Nice to see. What about others? Yes, one of you have come to the last slide. One of you are into the third slide. Yeah, come. You can keep inserting. Each of you can insert new slide. Yes, very good. Well done. Two of you are there. First slide itself, you can come now. So here you can have a collaborative kind of learning. You can type in what are the tools that you have learned that you're using. Yeah, 5 of you have joined using the link. Great to know. Out of 46, only 5. What about others? It will not ask you for anything. 6 of you have joined. Yes, you can type your what are the tools that you have used. You can type in your name. You can type in your college name. Or yeah, Arul Molayal ma'am. I can see it's Arul Molayal ma'am typing. And one of you have inserted an image. You can give each of you can take one slide and type your name on the top somewhere. Yeah, very well done. Well done. Most of you are getting into it. You're getting into the tone. Yes. Yes, you're typing. Okay. Type in your name. So it will be easy. So can you see how collaboratively we are in distance places? You can give assignments to students using Google Slides, where students will be able to work parallelly. Enjoying e-learning. Your name, please. Saujanya ma'am. Thank you, Saujanya ma'am. The next slide. Kavita. M. Kavita ma'am. Thank you. Acharya College of Engineering. See how great is a good Arul Malayal ma'am. You can try something inserting. Yes. Hybrid learning. Dr. C. Karthikeni ma'am. Thank you, Karthikeni ma'am. Dr. M. Lata ma'am. See, having these, you're from Puducherry. Nice, Kavita ma'am. Okay. This is also a good alert message to the organizers, right? How many of you are really connected? Sometimes we connect and we are not there. Nice. I'm really happy.
Today we can see how we are in active session.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, exactly. I always have sessions in such a because it's totally challenging when we take live sessions, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, only if you have some hands-on, people will enjoy learning something new. I strongly believe only if I speak, you can hear sessions using YouTube's also. But learning something new, I always say this, the way you come in will not be the way that you go out. You will learn something new. Yes, ABC College of Engineering, Mayiladurai. Thank you, ma'am. So these are, see, we have a collaborative kind of learning things happening right now, right? 5, 6, 7 of us are connected into this. Okay, or if you want to restrict your connection, you can give it only to your students. If you are having a Google Suite for your organization, from my company during this pandemic, for several colleges and schools, we have set up Google Suite for their colleges, wherein a student, even this is from one of my organization, Bethel. You can see doreen@bethel.co.in. We have instantiated this in the year 2017 for our organization, Bethel School, Ayanapuram. And it was very easy for me to transit from all the students into the online classes very effectively. Okay, so how many of you have experienced Google Slide for the first time? Yes? No? Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. For Lata, ma'am, it's nice. And for the others, yes. So these are some new tools that you need to use it. Thank you, Saujanya, ma'am. Thank you, Tenmani, ma'am. So you can, thank you, Vasanti, ma'am. Here, you can make the students to interact. You can say, you can give a group project. First 5 slides for these students. Thank you, Krishnamurthy. The next 5 slides for these set of students and these set of students. Within a quick time, at the end of it, it is connected to internet. You need not download. Only thing, every time we have systems connected with internet, you can just like that play in. Like once the students are working with the first 2 slides, the other students may be preparing for the other slides. So I always prefer using Google Slides, and that's what I would like to share it with you. Some of you, it's very new. I thought it's known to people, but still it is new. I was conducting 10-hour sessions, like every day, 2 hours from Monday to Friday, full elaborate session of all different e-learning tools. If any of your colleges or students, or faculties, if you are interested, you can approach, because when a faculty is getting effectively trained through you, thousands of students will be trained. 2020 and 21 was like that. We don't know what is going to happen in 2022, but always this pandemic cannot affect the academics or any functionality that we work on with. All right. So these are some of the known tools. Today, some of you have learned something new about Google Slides. So when you take e-learning, it is content management system. Some of the colleges you have a virtual exams, you have different e-books, okay, e-libraries, okay, LMS, the learning management software, the Google Mails and the Google Drives and the Google Slides, whatever we're using, the B-log, okay, the presentations, the live connects that we have, the different projects, WordPress. Okay, I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes, and some of you are there, still try to explore something on the Google Slides, try to insert images, videos. Yeah, discrete mathematical structures. Ma'am, we can you hear me? I just gave few minutes so that people will try working on with that. Yes. Yeah, one of you, Kartikeni ma'am, tried blended learning, online learning, classroom learning, mobile learning. Sarul ma'am, she has inserted her own picture. Others are some of you can come down to different slides that you can work on with. Yeah, Sujata ma'am, Dr. G. Sujata, MOOC, NPTEL, Moodle. Yeah. You can insert anywhere, whatever you want, a picture, insert slides. It's so easy. You need not Google search. You need not download things from the place itself. They are giving so much of facilities for you to work on with. All right. Okay. Which would why I'm spending so much of time and why I want you to work on with that. We can teach. I have got more than more tools in my YouTube channel. Even I've got sessions on teaching tools for 3 hours. But putting in hands-on session, we do it only during the session and not after the session. So you will find it really interesting once we really work on with that. So happy to see so many of you are working. For some of you, it's a new experience. All right, a chart, so whatever it is that you can start working on with. Okay, now moving on to the next thing. E-books, most of us we have been using even before pandemic. All right, and e-learning doesn't just happen. It requires careful planning and implementation. Okay, when you take e-learning, it just like that, it cannot happen. Okay, it needs planning. You need to plan a lot how it needs to work on, because before giving into the game, you should have seen I've given you the instructions. Okay, sometimes it will look easy, for sometimes it will, we don't have a careful plan and implementation, then it will be really difficult. So this is one of the codes that always you need planning and implementation. So what are the types of e-learning platforms for educators? Nearport. How many of you have used Kahoot? I don't know. Some of you would have used Kahoot. Google Classrooms. How many of you have experienced Google Classrooms? GCR. Yes. Have you experienced working in GCR? Google Classroom. Have you worked on with Google Classrooms? Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Kartikeni, ma'am. Thank you, Lata, ma'am. Yeah, everybody we have used, right? This is type of an educator app. Okay, Kahoot is also a gaming application. Thank you, Devi Shri, ma'am. So Nearpod. So these are some one section is an educator app, where in Google Classroom you can create. You have got streams. You have got places to upload your assignments, evaluate your assignments, do your classroom settings. Different things are happening. All right. So the other type is a corporate training that one of the faculty has put onto the slide. Moodle, yes, NPTEL, all right. Lot of things that they work on with that. All right. So these, like Sujata ma'am has put MOOC, NPTEL, Moodle, MOOCs. All right. So many different types of apps are available. Okay, that is for a corporate training. When you want a personal learning, okay, you know about Khan Academy. Most of us, you have kids, and some of your kids may be into. It's a free tool where it provides lot of applications. How many of you have experienced Khan Academy? KHAN, Khan Academy, Edmodo. Yes, no? Yeah. Some of you are saying yes, no. Yeah, Khan Academy is a very, very free tool. I can show you. You can be the students. Okay, it's for kids mostly, but it's very, very useful. This is a website of it. It's a free online courses. Okay, these are some self-paced, some of them are synchronized. So you can, when you are a teacher, when you are a learner, when you are a parent, okay, when you're going to be a learner, you can search for different courses available. Okay, it asks for date of month. You have a class code, you can enter into it. The different courses, can you see here? Class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4 to class 12. I hope the screen is shared with you. Okay, very very good application, this Khan Academy. And you know about Coursera. Coursera has given a lot of free tools, right? Free courses, so that people, many colleges, many faculties and students have got beneficial through this. Okay, so this is a very excellent application. And then coming on to this, so that's a personalized learning. You try to learn on their own. So learning is an evergreen learning process. As you have a classroom teaching, you have got e-learning, and combined is the blended learning. So when I started evangelizing about this Google Classroom and the digital classrooms, I was telling you can use it more, you can have your classrooms training, but you can give assignments, live assignments to the students through the online platform using Google Classroom or whatever the tools that they are comfortable with. And the blended learning is really productive. Though this pandemic, we have started their live classes, always keep this live, keep the technological classes which will help them, the students, to learn. Whether everybody, how many of you are using WhatsApp? How many of you are using WhatsApp? Yes, no, no, yes. I always think getting answers from the faculty itself is only challenging. With the students, it's little more easy. Yes. Whether we went for any workshop, how to use WhatsApp? No. So the same way, the technology cannot replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. You can bring a greater transformation. Always keep this technology hand on, and don't ever think that the live classes start, this online classes are not going to work. Keep enriching. I would like to thank, because most of you have got some interest factor to learn something. That is what still you have entered into this FDP, and then you're going to use it. How many of you we have seen about Google Slides? How many of you have used Google Jamboard? Have you used Google Jamboard? Yes, no? Anybody has used Google Jamboard? No. All right, others, no. Okay, Google Jamboard is a very interesting tool, you know. It's it's a very interesting tool. It sparks students to learn, collaborate, how we collaborated and we worked on with Google Slides, right? We have been working with Google Slides. The same thing here, it can, students can learn, collaborate, engage on a 55-inch cloud-powered whiteboard. You can innovative ways of visualizing your ideas. All right, some of you said no, for some you have used Jamboard. Okay, sharing ideas in brainstorming lectures. Okay, and students can jam from anywhere. See, we were just jamming on the Google Slides, right? How to work out with Google Slides. We are into different destinations. Okay, we are into different destinations, still we were able to work on with that. All right, so I'll just show you a demo of Google Slide, share Google Jamboard. Again, when you open your Gmail, all right, click on the 9 dots. When you come down, can you see something called Jamboard here? When you open your Gmail, click on the 9 dots and click on Jamboard. So this Jamboard opens. There are different Jamboards for me, because I take classes for PhD students to formulate finding solutions to problems, problem defining, development. We give training and they develop the products on their own. All right, it's totally a research, because when you do a research, it's something new venture that you need to work on. We provide online classes, and wherein, so that's why there are some of the Jamboards available. Can you see, this is a Jamboard. Here you've got a pen to write, and of different thicknesses. You can write it as hello, or if you want a greater thickness, you can use it like how you write it on the board. All right, or if you want to have a brush kind, then you can have like this. When you want to have an underlining, or if you don't want to have a rubber, you have something called sticky notes. So GCR, GCR, it stands for Google Classrooms. You can have different colors and you can save it. So when you want to have some sticky notes, when you take classes, how do you write it on the board? You can use it if you want to insert an image. Same way you can use using upload. You can upload it from your system, or you can use it by URL, or you can take a camera, take a live picture, and then say for example, so you can paste the URL of an image, or if you use camera, you can use, if you're going to teach something, see this is a glass that is full. If you want to teach a live session, you can just take a picture of it and then you can take an insert into it. Okay, see, lively I am taking a picture of the session and I can insert it. Okay, and also you can click here, you can go to the new frames, wherein you can do a Google image search. Excel College. Okay, I'm just trying to find, I think, is this your college? Okay, if you want, you can search. I'm taking some image of it. Okay, I can insert. If it is something is onto my Google Drive, I can also search it from Google Drive in images that I have on my Google Drive. So most of the images we load onto it, right? So this one we visited to AMTS. It's in Visakhapatnam. It's a very, very good research thing that is available there. AMTS in Visakhapatnam. I request some of your faculties. We had a very good visit time over there. You can see how many methodologies from a Google Photos. I know some of you are using Google Photos. And also you can onto the next frame. You can insert whatever images, shapes that you want to teach. Okay, some arrow marks or whatever it is, everything. And also you can use a text. And there are different things that you can use. It's a normal text. Hope you are enjoying the session. So I can have, there are different, like if you want to have a very big thing, you can have a display title, normal captions, and also you can also give different colors for it. And if you want to make it centralized, so many things are there. So now I'm going to share, and when you teach, right? When you teach, if you want to use a laser, see, I'm going to use a laser. This is about the AMTS in Visakhapatnam that we visited, where they've got a lot of manufacturing of oxygen concentrators, lot of research for colleges. They provide challenges so that when you apply for your ideas, they provide you a place where the faculties or the students can go sit there, develop. They've got a lot of things for validating measurement, how much to be commercialized. Till that they give you a lot of help onto it. Okay, and they provide funding up to 5 lakhs, something like that, so that you can encourage students also to go into this place and have a visit. AMTS in Visakhapatnam. All right. Now I'm going to, how many of you have tried using Jamboard? I don't know. I'm going to share this thing. You can come on and then anyone with this link, I'm going to give editor operation, copy the link. I'm going to, same way how we worked on with Google Slides. You can now work on, you can create a new frame and then move on to it. Yes, yeah, 2 of you have joined. Okay. You can move to different frames. Excel demo, okay. I can, if I click it on, I can see where the particular person is. Yeah, here, try to do something, either a brush, anything that you can use it on. Are you experiencing it? Yes. Only 3 of you have come in. What about others? Yeah, I see one of them drawing an arrow. Is my voice audible? I think my voice is audible only, right? Can one of you unmute and speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sometimes it's very silent, right? I don't know whether what I'm speaking you're able to hear. Yeah, thank you, Devishri ma'am. Or all of you are involved in working into it. 4 of you have come out of 46. 48 now. Okay. Leaving me it is 47. 46. One is the presentation. Try to do. How many of you are trying it for the first time? Google Jamboard. You can unmute and speak, please. Yeah, one of you are typing hello. Is it interesting? Google Slides, Google Jamboard. There are many tools. I don't know till what I'll be able to share it today. How many of you are experiencing it for the first time? Feel free to unmute and speak. No problem. Can we insert text in the symbol? Yes, you can insert the text in the symbol, but you need to create a text board into it. See into this, create a text board. Hello. And you can keep it inside. All right. All right, Saujanya ma'am. Okay, thank you. Slowly 5 of you have come out of 50. What percent could be given? 10%, right? Yes. Any doubts? Like I'm happy like Saujanya ma'am asked a doubt. Feel free to speak. It's no problem. It's a learning process for me too. Hello everyone. And for me and for you. Hi ma'am. Thank you. Hi.
Ma'am, I already used Jamboard for my classroom, ma'am. But writing that with the help of pen is difficult to me, ma'am. Otherwise, I insert the images, tables, and like this is easy for me.
If you are using mouse, it will be more useful. Or a pen you can get, no? Where you can, the stylus pen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That you can use it. But mostly I use the mouse itself. For me, mouse itself, I find it a little more comfortable. But you need to practice.
Yes, ma'am. By practice only.
Yeah. See, you can just use a pen. Some of them, hi, it keeps coming. Okay, thank you, Lata ma'am. Okay, we move on to the next. We don't have much time. All right. It's again going to the Google slide. So for some of you, is it new? Google Jamboard is new. If it is new for you, you can type N. If you have already experienced it, type O, which is you're old to this Jamboard. If you're new to Jamboard, type N onto the chat. Thank you, Kavita ma'am, it's new. Yeah, Saujanya ma'am, it's new. I don't know what about others. Feel free to speak when you don't know. We can see it's a learning process for you and also to me. A great teacher makes every subject interesting. Whatever is a subject that you think, a teacher will make a subject interesting. It depends upon how you take it to the children. See, the first is storytelling. Okay, the narrativity when you take a class, any subjects, right, including antidotes or personal encounters, what you have experienced with. The simulations, lot of simulation tools are there. Learning through exploratory and discovery. See, today we learned, right, exploratory and discovery. Lead is the technology I taught you. Some of you, Google Jamboard was different, new for you. For some of you, Google Slides were different. Like first we had scenarios, making decisions. Okay, so these are something which can make engage your students onto the online classes or a real classes. I always use this methodology whenever I wasn't teaching. Even now I'm teaching different sets of people, right? So innovative methods to start a class test. You can start by telling a story. Okay, you can ask a question. So I started asking a question, right? You want to have an active session and passive session, but I got only 1 responses. But gradually the responses increased up to 5. Okay, be entertaining. Start your speech by referring to some current events I told, right? We have trained more than 5,000. You can give them a view. Everybody can do it. Refer to a very recent conversation. Compliment the student. Start with a positive statement. Quote from the reason. What type of teacher you are? I'm finding it very difficult to get answers from you. What kind of teacher that you are? How can you define what kind of teacher that you are? Passionate teacher, hardworking teacher. What kind of teacher you are? Just I want in one word. Okay. Dedicated teacher. Thank you, Lata ma'am. Lata ma'am is more enthusiastic also, I could say. Very interactive. Passionate teacher. Thank you, Arulmoli ma'am. Yeah, I can get so many responses from you. What about others? What kind of teacher you are? Okay. What is expected now? Some of them we say hardworking. Some of you say, I'm a very hardworking teacher. How many of you say you're hardworking? Friendly, understandable, interactive. Very good. Some of you say we are hardworking teacher. The second sector, if you close your eyes, you can see in your organization or some people you'll say hardly working teacher. Okay, hardly working teacher, hard working teacher, hardly working teacher. What is expected in the recent trends? Okay, you should be smart working. See, TV, we made smart TV. Phones, we moved on to the smartphones. All right, everything became smart. How many of you, I don't know how many of you using Google, Alexa, Siri? All right, Google Assistant, Alexa, Siri. Everything became smart. Are you working hard or hardly working? All right, different. They may forget as a teacher, you've got a beautiful thing to handle with every set of students. Okay, how are you going to take either through online mode or offline mode? How are you going to transfer the subject? And don't keep focusing on syllabus. A teacher, one quality of teacher, how are you going to manage your time? Okay, taking the content, not rushing into the end of the student should find they have learned something new. They may forget what you said, but they will not forget how you made them feel. Okay, make them feel good onto the class. This is my ma'am's class. Let me come onto the class. Okay, let me not miss. There is something new, something innovative, something interesting, right? So they may forget what you said, but they will not forget how you feel. How many of you have used Google Lenses? How many of you used Google Lenses? Google Lens, have you used? Yes, type yes on the chat. No, type no on the chat. Have you used Google Lenses? Yes, no, Lata ma'am no, Arulmari ma'am no, Karthikeni ma'am is. Some of you have said no, some okay. Google Lens also, you can involve students in working on Google Lenses for your classrooms, for work, how to get your work to be done. Okay, when you take Google Lenses, okay, when you take Google Lenses, it's an AI. Most of you have heard about the word AI. What does AI stands for? Can one of you unmute and say what does AI stands for?
Artificial intelligence.
Well done, well done, well done. So it's a buzzword or everybody, right? So using this Google Lenses, okay, it's an AI powered technology, which is an artificial intelligence. A subset of artificial intelligence is machine learning. A subset of machine learning is deep learning technology. So when you take Google Lenses, it's an AI powered technology, okay? AI powered technology where using which you will be able to, from an image, you'll be able to get, it uses your smartphones, okay? It uses your smartphones, cameras, and deep learning, machine learning technology. Not only detects, but it understands to and offers actions to it. So it also understands when you take a class, okay, you can also inform students to use using Google Lenses, okay? So how many of you are real time will be able to take a picture from a Wi-Fi? You have got an SSID, right? Just open up your Wi-Fi, go onto the router, just scan it using Google Lenses. Automatically, it gets connected to your internet. Before, you know, we have to type our SSID, we have to type our password, and then it gets connected. Okay, Google Lenses will be able to, not only it captures the image, it will be able to process it. That is where AI plays a vital role here. Okay, most of the technology uses AI. You can use for translation, smart text searching, smart text search. Okay, you can go in for a shopping, Google homework questions, and search around things. Okay, these are main features that how AI is used in Google Lenses. See, I see a menu card here. Okay, I don't know how many of you could see me. You have a mobile. Open in your mobile. There's an app called Google, right? Do you have an app called Google? Google. Click on Google. You will find a camera kind of thing at the end of it. Can you see here? Okay. Click on that camera. When you open Google search, open up Google app from your mobile. You will see a logo like this onto the bottom of it. Top right onto the search bar. Can you see? This is Google Lenses. When you use your Google app itself, you will get it. Okay, this is what it is going to see. See, now moving on to this. If I'm going to scan this one, it will show me nearby where do I have my dining. When I see my menu card, it searches with your camera. You can just tap and then give search button. There are down you can see text, image. And if you are going to search dining, click on dining, go to this menu card, scan it and give dining. So when you click dining, see it is going to show me near to my place where I've got the food that I can buy it from this menu card. Okay, or you can search the same thing. You can take a picture of noodles and search for dining. It will show you where you can go and get it done. Okay, see, these technologies are used, you can use it for your teaching also, having an image of your technology. If you want to go in for a place, right? If you click on places, after dining, you have something called places. Okay, when you go in for place and again open up a Google Lens, search with your camera, click on search with your camera and then give places. Okay, when I give places, see, I'm taking a picture of College of Engineering. See, I'm getting College of Engineering. So you can use it for searching. So like this, you can use these tools, enable students to. Unknown caller. You can use, you can enable students to involve them into the teaching process. Also, when you want to search something, same variants of it, I can use it for shopping. Okay, cameras, web cameras, and you can search using the images. Okay, these tools also you can use it for teaching process. So Google lenses. So most of you know about Google Classroom. How many of you know about Big Blue Button? It's also a web conferencing tool. How many of you know about Big Blue Button? Yes, no? Big Blue Button? Hello? Hello? No, okay. See, we are going to see about Big Blue Button. It's also free software where you can engage students to get yourself engaged. And the next thing is Edmodo. The next thing is Edmodo. All right. So Edmodo is also another web applications, right? It is also free e-learning management tool. It's also free. All these things are free e-learning management. So GCR, you know, GCR, it stands for Google Classroom. Most of you are experts into it. So I'm not going too much into it. Here, Big Blue Button, it is also a web conferencing tool. It is used for design for online learning. It's used for levels university and colleges. Before, they used to give a recording of the entire session. But now, what do they do? They are not giving it because most of them, they joined into the Big Blue Button. Okay, so this is the Big Blue Button. All right, it's built by teachers for teachers. It's an open source, it's free. Okay, you can try it now. You need to define your class, sign in. I've got more email IDs that I use it for different things. Just like that, you can sign in. I like to sign in using my Google. Don't get confused. I use a lot of mail IDs, different purpose. Every time the mail gets filled. Now we move on to GSUIT, so it's a little easier. Here you can create class, share it with your class. See, can you see these are the different classrooms I have created for different colleges. Training has been given. Okay, this is so when I want to start. Okay, when I want to start, I can start. This is where I can copy to the home room. So it creates a new classroom. You can give your name and create a new classroom also. All right, this is called Big Blue Button. For some of you, it could be new. So, like Ishwaramurthy ma'am, you have used Big Blue Button, and Satish sir, you have used, right? That's what you have given, yes. Okay. I'm going to give listen only. You have to give microphone because it is going to
in this conference.
So here, this is where as a user I am there. Okay, you can do a lot of settings. The students can directly join. Okay, learning dashboard. You can create breakout rooms. Okay, you can create breakout rooms. You can mute all users, right? And here you have a chat facilities available. So to invite someone to this, I'm going to give this onto the chat. Click it on and join into the big blue button. Click this link and join into the big blue button. Here you can use an audio, breakout rooms, you can use webcams, you can have chats, polling, screen sharing, multi-user whiteboard. Have you clicked it on? I've given it on the chat session. Click this link, the demo session. I've not created a classroom, but I'm just inviting you to the demo. You can create lot of rooms for each subject that you take. Yeah, Lata ma'am has come in. What about others? So many of you are there, 48 of you are there. Thenmali ma'am has come, Karthikeni ma'am has come. So you can also start writing here. Okay, so you can mute all the users. You can mute all users except presenters. You can lock users, save their names. Okay, I can also create breakout rooms. Okay, here like how you write it on there, right? Here you can write if you want to have a board. See, Lata ma'am has joined in. Okay, if you want to have some text, you can have a text. Hello. I can see who are on all moving into this. Yeah, she's using a pen to write. Okay, you can use a pen. You can also have images. And if you want to change the color of it, you can change the color and draw something. Thenmuli ma'am, Sridhar sir, Karthikeni ma'am, Saujanya ma'am, you have joined. You can have different thicknesses if I want to have a different shape of different thicknesses. Also, yeah, Thenmuli ma'am has raised hand so she can speak during the class. When you want, you can move on to different slides. Okay. And also, can you see here plus symbol? You can share an external video. You can select a random user. Okay, now random user select when I want to ask questions, right? So I can random select and ask Saujanya ma'am, or the next select again. I can ask them questions. Sometimes you see students, they say that you're partial or not. So it randomly selects. You can start a poll. And you can give answers like that. How was your experience in today's session? So if I want response type, user could respond. So I can give you will be able to see. If I give anomalous, I don't know who is going to give answers. And if I give on, I know you will not be able to see individual responses. Okay. So I'm going to start a poll. It is going for the 4 users here. And I'm publishing it. Can you answer? Some of you are trying using this. Yeah, great. So one of you have given great, one of you have given good. Arulmani ma'am has given good, and Sridhar sir has given great. And yeah, Karthikeni ma'am, very nice. And still I'm waiting responses from Latama. So you can, during the session itself, when you take classes, if you want to interact and if you want students have understood it, yeah, all very useful, ma'am. Thank you. So each of you have given. I can also publish it so everybody can you see it comes here itself. The polling has been published. So yeah, how is your class interesting? Whether you're able to understand. So these things you can do it on a polling here. You can also share an external video onto this. Okay, and you can also manage the presentation if you don't want people to do, or you can have um, any PDF that you can share it. You can share it to the students during the class time itself. So this is about Big Blue Button, a very short demonstration of it. All right, now moving on to with Edmodo. It is like whiteboard sharing notes I showed, and there is one more option called breakout rooms also. Randomized breakout rooms also could be given, and also you can record it, but now the recording facility is they have been given. Why? Because most of them they jumped into Big Book Button. Okay, so Edmodo is also another. I don't know anybody has tried working with Edmodo. It is also a learning management platform that manages like classroom content for safe communication, right? And different communication things. They use Edmodo. Okay, it's a free management tool that merges classroom content, safe communication, and assessment with social media savvy. It's social media savvy. Many people are using this. It's a face-to-face online communication. Okay, and it engages students. You can personalize. It is like a Google Classroom, and it is also free of cost. Okay, Edmodo is the largest social networking in the world. It's a social learning networking in the world. All right, so Edmodo website, I'll just show you. So we saw about Google Slides, Google Jamboard, Google Lenses. You all said you know about Google Classroom. Then we moved on into Big Blue Button, and now into Edmodo. Okay, it's an educational technology company for K-12 or any students. It's new.edmodo.com. Okay, you can log in. Okay, you get like this. You can create a quiz. Is this quiz open? The students can interact. I'm not feeling well today. Can I email the part of my projects? The students can interact. They could get updates from it. All right. And they could also get connected with the parents. So this is how the class looks like. This is how the class looks like. Edmodo. Okay. So we have very less time. We have got next 3 minutes to go. Okay. So hope you should have learned some. There are many such tools more, but due to lack of time, I will not be able to move on to these kinds. Maybe if it is God's willing, maybe after some time. All right, we'll again get connected ourselves. Now I'll share a link where you will be playing the quiz for this session. And also one more tool that I want to tell you. How many of you have used live worksheets? Live worksheets. Have you worked with live worksheets? No, live worksheet is a very good application. All right, it's a very good application where the students can do a self-evaluation. Flipgrid is also video discussion. As you take the class, the students can take a video of 30 minutes when you ask a question, and they could post it. That is about Flipgrid. That is about Flipgrid. All right, and then live worksheet. It translates like how we have printable worksheet. You have live worksheets here. Okay, you have live worksheets. All the three things that I've told you are free of cost. Big button, the Edmodo, and the Big Blue button. And the Big Blue button. So live worksheets, how you can customize the worksheets when you give it to students for FA test, we say, right? The formative assessment test. It's not only the detailed questions the students keep learning always. Also, these things students will find it more interesting. Yeah, there's some issues on the net. Live worksheets. Yeah, this is about the live worksheet. it's a self-correcting thing where the students will be able to work and correct on their own once you are able to do it for them. Okay, it's an active worksheet. Okay, it's on all languages. For some, you can customize it also. You can customize it accordingly. Okay, you can customize it accordingly. And now what I'm showing it is how it has been given, and you can upload it, and you can also make interactive worksheets. You can also make interactive worksheets. Say for example, for different languages. I'm just showing you one such demo. Then you can think of, you can just share it through WhatsApp, or you can add it to Google Classroom, or you can embed it also. So when you see open your book please, yes teacher, then you can click. How old are you? I am 8. No, you can see from the candle it's 5. If I'm going to give wrong, hands up please, yes teacher. Okay, but they are doing it. Yes. So after you complete it, or still there are many things. Once everything is done, you can click finish, and it will give you the marks. It will give you have an option called check my answer, the self evaluation, and it will give me how much marks. Can you see? 2 out of 10. So these are some e-learning tools where students find it interesting. They can read over it. It's not only the mark is going to define, but they learn something new, and you can also create your own live worksheets and share it with the students. All right, now we'll play a live quiz. Let's see how many of you are joining for it. That could be a little challenging, I don't know. Okay, I'll share the link with you. You need to just give in your name. Okay, you need to give in your name, and after which there is nothing much. You can just give in your name and then join. I'm putting the link on the chat. There is no registration or anything as such. I've given the link on the chat. When you join, I'll be able to see. Okay.
Ma'am, it's not connecting, ma'am. Connection, it means message comes as connection lost, like that.
Connection lost, ma'am.
I tried 2 or 3 times,
Okay.
but I am getting connection lost like that.
Okay, I'll just connect it from another system. I'll just get myself connected from another system. I'm just asking to join. Yeah, it's 1 out of 5. Here itself I've got. Can we start? 5 of them joined. 6 have joined. Now we are able to join, ma'am. Yeah. I've not opened the quiz, Arul Malayal, ma'am.
Now it is opening.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay. So I will start as we don't have much time. I don't want to take more.
I think
7 of them have joined. Okay. The first question, it's all simple and easy questions. What's the full form of GCR? You can select 3 of you have answered, 4 of you have answered, 5, 6 have answered. And it also takes who answers and who's faster. 7 of you have joined.
Okay. I'm not getting connected, ma'am.
Can you refresh it, ma'am? Others are able to get it.
Yeah. Myself not connecting it.
Okay. Yeah, Sridhar ma'am, sir, Saujanya ma'am. I don't know, first half they have not given the name, so it is coming as Snuggles. You can see with the image, the winner will be given a chance to speak for a minute. Okay, we'll move on to the next question for the day. So GCR, you all know it stands for Google Classroom. The second question for the day. Whether Big Blue button is a web conferencing tool? You have seen yes or no? It's a very, very easy question, so all easy answers. Yeah. 6 of you have answered, 7 of you have answered. Yes. Everyone has answered. Yes, the answer is yes. It's a web conferencing tool. Yes. Okay. Yes, Lata ma'am. Mish Shwaramurthy, I don't know. Bill. Some names. So second question, Saujanya ma'am is the fastest. And on the top, it is Lata ma'am. We'll move on to the third question for the day. Easy questions. Which whiteboard tool we used today? You all experienced it, whiteboard tool. It's Google Jamboard or Flipgrid or live worksheet or Google Slide. Whiteboard, where we are able to write it, whiteboard tool. Yes, most of you would have known the answer. The answer is Google Jamboard. Google Jamboard. So many of you have given the right answer. You also get a visualization after which which is the right answer, and you get a tick onto the top to the right answer. So it is Google Jamboard. 4 of you have given the right answers. We'll see who's the winner in this round. Lata ma'am is given the right. I don't know who's going to do. Lata ma'am is the fastest and she's on the first place. Sridhar sir and
போட்டுட்டு இருக்கேன் 6 இதுதான் போட்டேன் கொடுத்துடலாமா இன்னும் 7 வரைக்கும் போடணும்னு நினைச்சேன்.
The fourth question. Last we were seeing which tool transforms printable worksheets into self-correcting interactive exercises. Google Meet or live worksheet or Firebox? 3, 2, and 1. Everyone of you, only 7 have joined. Yes, it is live worksheet. The answer is right. We have got the last question, which is going to define who will be the winner in today's session. It's a quick competition. Saujanya ma'am fastest, Lata ma'am on the first, Thenmoli ma'am on the third place. The final question that is going to define the winner of the day. And this entire session also, I'm streaming it onto my YouTube channel. Lot of videos are there onto my YouTube channel. You can get beneficial. And every session I come in, I post it onto my YouTube channel. So which is a free learning management tool that we saw that merges classroom content, EdTech or EdMode or EduTech. This is a very, very easy question. Yes. The right answer is Edmodo. So this, it's going to define who's the winner. Are you all eager to know who will be the winner? Even I'm so eager to know. Saujanya ma'am is the fastest, and the winner today is Lata ma'am. Lata ma'am is the winner of the event today. She's on to the first place. So hope you enjoyed the session. We had many slides, but I had less time to share, because most thing I wanted to focus on and exercise, so that you will be able to once you put on hands on, it is more needed for you, right? So it's more needed for you. I'll share my contact details onto the chat. Lata ma'am, you can speak for a minute. How was your experience all about?
Good evening, ma'am. Today's session is very interactive, and I know about more Google Classroom online e-learning methods, ma'am. So thank you very much for this team and for you, ma'am. Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the nice session.
Thank you, Lata ma'am. So, and this session also, I'm streaming it on YouTube. I will share the link, and over to Karthikeni ma'am for the session.
Consultation. Ma'am, thank you very much. It was a very nice presentation, ma'am, and useful presentation. Though it is an afternoon session, many faculty members interacted, and they are enthusiastic to answer your questions. Yes, and finally, we had a quiz also. So I couldn't join. I don't know what is the problem. I couldn't join. I lost.
Okay.
But it was very much interesting, ma'am. By 1.5 hour time, we could able to know what are the different platforms available. Even though we are using Google, but we don't know many many e-learning platforms available inside the Google itself.
Yes.
So it is a very good chance to know about different platforms available in the Google. So very much interesting, and I am very happy to connect with you, ma'am. That is a very important thing. So through this a refresher program, we are able to connect with you. That is very much important. So very much useful, and thank you once again.
Thank you.
And I think the participants also enjoyed the session.
Yes.
So it is very much interesting.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Please send your PPT, ma'am. Please send your PPT for
the entire session.
The material.
The entire session is streamed on live on the YouTube. They could have a takeover for them.
Okay, ma'am. That is also one thing, but we need a PPT presentation to submit to IST.
Sure.
Separate, I'll send you a separate mail also for that.
I'll share it.
So we have to submit.
No problem. I'll share it with you. Thank you all. We'll get connected once again sometime in some lectures, and whatever is the connection you need. And one more thing I would like to share, we are providing winter internship for students and faculty members. So it's a 15 hours online training session for every department. It will be really useful. All the sessions I will be handling it. And if your students or the faculties, if you want to get yourself trained onto the latest technology on visualization, you could approach me. You can visit the website www.cirf.co.in. I've given all my contact details onto the chat. Okay, cirf.co.in. And because of some students, we started the session. Now we have just stopped it because still students need to join. So it will be like a 15-hour session on predictive data analytics for students and also for faculty members or corporates, whosoever wish, they can take it. It's an online full hands-on session. After that, after the end of this internship, they'll be developing projects of their own problem definitions, or we give them problems of their own definitions and we guide them until they get into it. Or any of your students who are really good in developing, you can connect. We have got a lot of research ideas so that the students can develop projects. Okay, they could develop projects either through online or offline mode, but the hours of duration they need to work and report to us. It's an open, it's a very good opportunity. It's not like any other project companies that you think. It's totally a research and development. We train them and then we put into them. Okay, and also we provide 6-month training with development. If any of your students or faculties or whosoever is interested, feel free to contact. Let's get yourselves learned and share it with the students. God bless you all. Thank you for this opportunity. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you.